Hello, my friends. My name is Ellen. Welcome back to my Southern Kitchen and the first episode of Ellen's ChristKwan Series 2025. Can you believe it's the holiday season? OMG, this whole year went by fast. I just love this time of the year. And it's not only the holiday season, it is cookie season. And today I've got a great festive cookie recipe that your family and friends are going to love, including Santa Claus when he comes down the chimney on Christmas Eve. We're going to make cranberry white chocolate chip cookies. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. And as always, it is the bomb.com delicious. Everybody's going to love and enjoy this, and you will want to make these every year for the holidays. It is next level good. And I'll post a complete recipe along with the instructions down in the description box below. And for more Christmas and holiday treats from the past, check out my Christmas and holiday treats recipes playlist and my previous video, sweet potato spoon bread. I'll post the link to both of those down in the description box below. So turn on your oven, grab your white chocolate chips, and get your cranberries roasted in sugar, because we're about to bake some cranberry white chocolate chip cookies magic in my Southern kitchen. Here we go! Alright, my friends, the first step we're going to do is prep our cranberries. In my pan, I have 1 cup of fresh cranberries that I rinsed, or you can use frozen, and I removed the bad ones. Going to roast them in the oven. Oven's preheated to 250 degrees. Going to let them roast for about 10 minutes. Alright, my friends, I have taken my cranberries out of the oven. And it smells amazing. Love the smell of cranberries roasting. Now we're going to let them cool completely. And while they're cooling, let's work on the dry ingredients. We need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So we're going to use my 1 cup measurement. Fluff it up. And using my butter knife, we're going to level it off. And voila, perfect cup. We're going to pour it into my bowl and sifter. Now we need 1/2 cup. Just repeat the process. And a perfect 1/2 cup. So that's our 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Into our flour, we're going to add in our leavenings, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon each of baking soda and table salt. Going to sift these together, or you can whisk them if you like. Okie dokie, dry ingredients are done. Now we're going to set them aside while we work on our wet ingredients. In my large bowl with an electric hand mixer, or you can use a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, I have 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick or 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and it's nice and soft. Into our butter, we're going to add in 1/2 cup each of white sugar and packed light brown sugar. And we're going to cream these on medium speed until they're fluffy. Alright, my friends, to our butter and sugars, we're going to add in a 1 extra large egg at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of pure orange extract, and mix those in until they're well incorporated. And scrape down the bowl occasionally. Alright, my friends, now we're going to slowly add and mix in the dry ingredients a little at a time. And be careful not to overmix. Going to mix them until they're well blended. Alright, my friends, our cookie dough is done. I know it looked thick, but when we add in our last 2 ingredients, it's going to bring it to life when we bake them. So now we're going to add in our roasted cranberries. Again, that's 1 cup. And 3/4 cup of white chocolate chips. And fold them in. Oh, this looks so good. I love white chocolate and cranberries. Next to cranberry and orange, white chocolate and cranberries are my other favorite combinations for the holiday season. Alright, as soon as I get through folding everything in, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I am through folding in my cranberries and white chocolate chips. We are ready to form them into cookies. So we're going to use my ice cream scoop, or you can use a large spoon. Going to take a dollop of the dough like so and scoop it in the 9 by 13 inch baking pan that I lined with parchment paper, or you can use aluminum foil. Just like that. Alright, as soon as I get through scooping the rest of my cookies, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I've got all my cookies into my pan, and this recipe makes about 16 to 18 cookies. We are ready to put them in the oven, and I increased the temperature to 375 degrees. At first, it was at 250 degrees when we roast the cranberries. We're going to bake them for about 10 minutes, and I'll bring you back. My friends, I smell cookies. I just taken them out of the oven. See how nice and golden brown they are around the edges? And it smells heavenly up in this kitchen. Nothing like the smell of freshly baked cookies. And look at the cranberries just oozing out of there. Oh, my mouth's watering. So now we're going to let them rest in the pan for 6 minutes, and then I'll put them on my cake stand. All right, my friends, there you have it. Cranberry white chocolate chip cookies. Doesn't that look good? So now I'm about to fix me up a plate and give it a taste. All right, my friends, I got my plate right here. And of course, you can't have cookies without a good old glass of cold milk. And I garnish it with some white chocolate chips and 2 fresh cranberries. Now it's time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. Look at this cookie. Nice and golden brown on the bottom. Please have a bite. Look at this texture. Soft, chewy, buttery. The cranberries are juicy, and I love white chocolate. Super flavorful. These cookies are phenomenal, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Cranberry white chocolate chip cookies licious. My friends, many thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for more Southern magic in my kitchen, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media, Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. And please send me an email, ellenshomemadedelights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes. And I'll see you next time. Let's eat. Much love, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays.